artificial intelligence. I'm sure you all know about it. I, for one, kind of dread it. But even in this era of constant innovation in both good and borderline dystopian ways, there is one aspect of it that I am able to find consistent enjoyment in. And that would be its shortcomings, I guess. One of my absolute favorite series I've ever done on this channel is one where I would talk to various AI bots that were programmed to think that they're historical or fictional characters. And it, without a doubt, produced some of the most random and unhinged ramblings I've ever seen in my entire life. So I decided to throw my hat back into the ring in the name of comedy. Literally. Basically, I just got bored one day and asked AI to write a silly little joke for me. And then I proceeded to generate that exact same prompt about 100 more times. Today, we are going to read through some of those. Will this AI succeed in creating well-written and timeless jokes? Or will they be so bad that they ironically come full circle and become kind of funny? My money is definitely on the fucking second option. Okay, let's see how many of these I can actually get through. Also, by the way, most, if not all of these jokes are formatted more like stand-up comedy, which seems like the most amount of effort the AI could put into jokes, because all of the shorter responses that it generated were all obviously just pulled straight from the vast ocean of dad jokes that already exists on the internet. Okay, first joke. So I was at the store the other day, and I saw this sign that said 10 items or less, and I thought, that's not right. It should be 10 items or fewer. I know, but come on people, it's not that hard. Less is for like liquids and stuff. Fewer is for like countable items. This is basic English. Less is for like liquids. Fewer is for like countable items? What the fuck is this? We are really starting off on a high note. So I was walking down the street the other day, right? And I see this guy trying to parallel park his car. And let me tell you, it was a disaster. He kept backing up and forward, and he just couldn't get it right. I wanted to be like, bro, just let me park your car. But then I realized I can't parallel park either. So maybe I shouldn't offer advice. Okay, what the hell is this? I love going to the gym. It's like the one place where it's socially acceptable to grunt and sweat. You can lift weights, make weird faces, and even let out the occasional fart as long as you're doing it in the name of fitness. It's like being in a cave with a bunch of cavemen, but with air conditioning and better music. You know, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Except when you're me, I know I'm gonna end up with all the dark chocolate ones. Which is fine, I guess, if you're into that sort of thing. What is it trying to say there? You ever noticed how people say they're on a diet, but they still eat cake every birthday? I actually really like the pure absurdity of this one. You're on a diet, but you still eat cake once a year on your birthday? Get serious. I've been trying to learn a new language, and you know what? I've discovered I'm terrible at it. I mean, I can barely even say hello without sounding like a confused gorilla. In comparison to a non-confused gorilla, I guess, which we all know speaks fluently. Yo, have you ever noticed how people are like all worried about their horoscopes and stuff? It's like, chill out, dude. I mean, I don't even know where my phone is half the time, and you're telling me the stars are going to tell me who I am? Maybe the stars should worry about their own problems. I gotta say, life is like a box of chocolates. Yeah, I think we said that already. I guess we're already retreading territory somehow. You never know what you're gonna get. One day you're living large, and the next you're broke and eating instant ramen for a week. I mean, I like ramen as much as the next person, but when ramen is your main meal for days on end, you start to wonder if you should just buy stock in the company and call it a day. I mean, I guess. Sometimes I feel like my life's a bit of a game of Monopoly, you know? You go round and around, pass and go, collecting $200, and just when you think you're winning, someone starts building hotels on Boardwalk and Virginia Avenue. And bam, you're bankrupt. I guess that paints a good picture of an average game of Monopoly. Not sure how good of a joke that was, though. You know, the other day I tried to impress someone with my vast knowledge of ancient Mesopotamian literature. Oh, we are coming out the gate swinging with this one. I said, hey, did you know that the Epic of Gilgamesh is the oldest recorded story in history? And they were like, oh, cool, can you pass the salt? It was then that I realized I should probably stick to talking about more relatable things. You know, sometimes I wonder if I'm the only one who still uses a physical alarm clock. Why's everything gotta be smart nowadays, am I right? My clock doesn't need Wi-Fi, it just needs to loudly ring when I hit snooze for the 6th time. So I was at the grocery store today, and I saw someone buying only ice cream and frozen waffles. I'm like, who only eats ice cream and frozen waffles? Oh wait, that's me. I'm the person that only eats ice cream and frozen waffles. But in my defense, it's a balanced diet. Ice cream for dessert and frozen waffles for breakfast and lunch. It's actually quite popular among busy college kids and people who have given up on life. So I was in the store the other day, and I saw this guy struggling to open a jar of pickles. He was twisting and turning, grunting and swearing, and it was just not a pretty sight. I walked over to him and said, hey buddy, you know you could just smack the side of the lid with a spoon to break the vacuum seal, right? And do you want to know what he said to me? He said, what's that? Like, what's that? He doesn't know what a vacuum seal is, or he doesn't know what a spoon is? This one's got too many layers to unpack here. Actually, why is the guy trying to open a jar of pickles in the middle of the store anyway? You know what's really frustrating? Trying to put a puzzle together and finding out you're missing a piece. It's like, seriously, how did that even happen? Did the puzzle goblin sneak in and steal a piece just to mess with me? I mean, that does seem like the most reasonable explanation. Maybe it's some kind of conspiracy. Maybe the puzzle companies are purposely leaving out pieces just to make us buy more puzzles. Maybe it's just the universe testing your limits, bro. You know, my ex-girlfriend always used to say I was too random, and that I made too many weird noises. I'm like, hey, you knew I was a random noise enthusiast when you met me. Random noise enthusiast. And yet you still decided to date me. I think she just couldn't handle my level of uniqueness. And finally, our last joke for the day. I once dated a girl who was obsessed with horses. I mean, like, really obsessed. She had horse-themed everything, from her phone case to her bumper stickers. At first, I thought it was cute, but it quickly got out of hand. I came home one day to find her in the living room, clomping around on all fours, neighing. That's when I realized it wasn't a phase, it was just the main event.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Yeah. And then at the end it says, I'll be here all night, folks. And now I am done. If you are an aspiring stand-up comedian, I really hope that this video gave you some confidence, because there is no way in hell your jokes are worse than this. I want to thank you so much for watching. It really means the most to me. It was definitely a lot of fun to read these jokes, and I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I might have to do a sequel to this at some point in the near future, if I can fucking bear to read more of these, that is. I mean, we gotta follow up and see if this AI's comedy skills somehow improve. This is very important scientific research after all. But that's all I got for now. I hope you have an absolutely amazing day, and I'll see you in the next one.
I want some cheeseburgers just to eat. I'm talking ketchup, my nigga mustard on the beat. You gotta put a lot of lettuce, please, because I like to have a lot of grease. I remember eating outside with my whole team. Now a nigga gotta stay home cause of quarantine.
She marveling on my movies till I stan. She got me feeling like SpongeBob on her Squidward till I Gary. She got me hooked on her Family Guy like I'm Stewie on her Lois. She's Scoobying on my Do Tell I Velma.